Innovation, and where innovation meets technology. Today I'm joined with Jess Ritchie, and she's going to tell us a little bit about herself. So, Jess, what is your role here at Recruiterboom?
Yeah, so I'm a talent agent. I just started in January, so I'm fairly new, so I'm excited.
Yeah, we've had a recruiting role in the past, right?
Yes, I had a fall internship in recruiting as well, so
What's your favorite part about recruiting so far?
yeah, so I really like the satisfaction that you can get from helping people as well as benefiting from it as well, just forming those relationships are really important. So
Yeah, of course. So, given what you know about recruiting so far, what's your best advice you would give to someone who's just starting recruiting?
yeah, so definitely don't be afraid to reach out and make those connections, form relationships with people. Even if you don't know them, it's always good to have those connections and just get to know other people.
True that. Here's the last question. If you could be any animal, what animal would you be and why?
Oh my gosh. Okay, I probably would be a dolphin just because I love the ocean and there's so much unexplored in the ocean, so I would literally just swim around and find different things.
Love that. Yeah, thank you for your time, Jess.
Thank you so much.
I know you just joined the team here at Recruiterboom. So basically, what's your role here?
My role at Recruiterboom is lead talent agent, so I get to, seek out a bunch of professional people for potential positions and communicate and stuff like that.
Nice. What has been your favorite part of recruiting so far?
Probably the communication aspect of it, because you just spend so much time in quarantine, just like completely isolated to yourself. It drives you a bit mad.
Exactly.
So it's actually fun to like get on the phone with people and like talk about literally random stuff along with like the job descriptions and everything like that. You kind of just get to be personable for the first time in months.
Yes.
So I personally like that, because I like to consider myself a social butterfly, and I just really have been like put back in my nest, so I need to like fly to spread my wings. Exactly.
Yeah, so with that being said, what's like any tips or tricks you've learned about recruiting so far?
Not to take certain things so personally, I would think, and stuff, because there are just some people who like aren't looking for a position, so they won't reach back out to you. And like some days you'll have better days than others and stuff, and they come and they go. It's just like the nature of recruiting in general,
basically.
Yeah, it's a learning curve always, because this is one of my like first like recruiting lead recruiting positions, and so it's always going to be a learning curve, but it's honestly been pretty smooth, and everyone we talk to, like Boston area, it's pretty fun, energetic people. Like when I'm originally from California, so when I came to Boston and stuff, that's the first thing I noticed. Like Bostonians are like excited,
Ready to go.
Exactly.
Ready to get to work in recruiting.
Exactly.
Okay, so this is kind of fun. If you could be any animal, which animal would you be and why?
I have like two answers to it. Like I would normally think a lion, because I have like all the hair and stuff. Like it's crazy, and then that's my school mascot as well. But I'm allergic to cats, so that plays into it. So maybe a horse.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Why is that?
Well, because I'm like 5'10" to like 6 foot.
Okay.
Sturdy girl. Like the mane plays into it as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Strong female.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, well, thank you for being a moon factor today.
Moon factor, that's fun.
So what has been your favorite part of recruiting so far?
So my favorite part of recruiting has definitely been just like making contacts with people and making conversations. I like the personal aspect of it, and I just like the process of doing it here at Recruiterboom. I think it's really unique compared to other like recruiting and staffing agencies and firms. So it's probably my favorite part of it is the personal aspect.
Yeah, and what's your role at Recruiterboom?
So I'm lead data analyst. So I do both. I will help working on our database called Aviante, as well as just like doing like first-hand recruiting. So kind of both sides of that. But I love it so far.
Yeah, and since you've been here for like 3 weeks, have you learned any like tips or tricks that have helped you in the process?
Yeah, definitely. Biggest tip and trick I learned that helped me the most was just kind of like throwing yourself out there. Sometimes it is like, reaching out to people is difficult, especially when you don't know them. And just like making phone calls, making video calls, it's tough at first, but the more you do it, it just comes like clockwork, and you just get used to it. So definitely just throwing yourself out there and getting out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, that's a good tip. And then last question, this is a fun one.
Okay.
If you could be any animal, which animal would you be and why?
If I could be any animal, I would probably be a buffalo.
Okay, and why is that?
Probably because they're just kind of like roam free. They're big.
Okay.
Buffalo would be the animal.
That's a new one. Okay,
Yeah.
well, thank you for your time today, Byron.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Hi everyone, now I'm joined here with Colleen Flanagan, and she's going to tell us a little bit about herself. So, Colleen, what's your role at Recruiterboom?
I am a talent agent here at Recruiterboom.
Yeah, I know you've been here a couple of weeks. What has been your favorite part of recruiting so far?
So far, I would say that I really like reaching out and talking to people, and even here at Recruiterboom, just getting to know everyone that's on our team, especially the other talent agents.
Have you learned any tips or tricks on how to work in the recruiting process?
I would say just being yourself, not being scared to reach out or follow up with somebody who you already reached out to maybe a few days ago.
And this is a fun one. If you could be any animal, what animal would you be and why?
I would be a sloth because I feel like sloths are just so chill and always eating out. And I've never met an unhappy sloth.
Okay, thank you for your time, Colleen, and yeah, thanks for
Happy
being on
Friday.
the
Hi everyone, I'm Olivia, also known as Liv Mac here, and I'm the Executive Operations Manager at Recruiterboom. My favorite part about recruiting is that I'm able to connect and network with so many different great people and learn all about them and help them find a job. I love learning about different industries and what's out on the market. I love this fast-paced environment. It's definitely for me. My one tip for recruiting would be just to be yourself. In a world full of recruiters, we can't have everyone be the exact same. So the best tactic is to just do what you do normally and be yourself, and that's how you'll stand out, because people will notice you, and networking and honestly posting on social media and kind of branding yourself is the best thing that you can do in this kind of field. If it could be any animal, I would choose to be a lion, and not just because of The Lion King, which is an awesome Disney movie, but because lions kind of keep to themselves. They're fierce, they're awesome, and people don't mess with them, but they're also really friendly and they stay in a pack. So I'd want to be a lion, and they're adorable.